Hi everyone, welcome to the life of Thuy. For my new thing this week, I actually have absolutely no idea. It's a surprise for me, so I'm gonna be finding out the same time you do. Whatever it is, I'm sure it's gonna be fun and that we'll have fun. I'll be filming it and documenting it, of course, so we'll see what happens. So my new thing for the week is I'll be taking a lesson in sword fighting, particularly Renaissance sword fighting. How many of you have tried sword fighting before, in particular Renaissance sword fighting? Please let us know in the comments below. And of course, please subscribe to The Life of Thuy so that you're always updated on the latest adventures. So one of the first things that they do is these two very professional, like expert level sword fighters do a few drills, and then the rest of the class kind of give like our input as to what we saw, what we witnessed, what techniques were used. So that's pretty cool.
Welcome to Steel Ring Academy.
Yeah, this is cool.
My name is Jason Callis. I'm the founder and owner of Steel Ring. This little thing started in my backyard 12 years ago.
Oh, cool.
What we learn here, what we teach here, is a very specific martial art. We fall under the umbrella of HEMA, Historical European Martial Arts, which is a very, very broad umbrella term. It is any martial art that is from 1900 back, that originated in Europe, and that has a codified system. More or less some sort of written manuscript, written instruction manual that we can follow along with. Learn the weapon, because 9 times out of 10, if you are disarmed on the battlefield, you're dead.
Right.
You're not going to survive not having a sword in your hand, or spear, or what have you. The swords that we use, these are German longswords. They are German longswords specifically due to their length. These are typically 1.5 to 2-handed swords. These obviously are all two-handers. They have a cruciform crossguard. What that means is the crossguard is the same length on both sides. You're going to hold your sword with your hand just a little bit below the crossguard. I'm going to go ahead and teach you guys the hammer grip, which is what we're all doing right now. The grip that I use is the remote control grip. It's a little bit more advanced. I don't necessarily want you guys to get into it yet. So the hammer grip. Your offhand is going to rest either right above or halfway down the pommel itself. You will see, especially if you end up fighting me, I have a tendency...
I don't want to fight you.
Eventually you will. Actually, you and I need to fight, because I don't fight a lot of left-handed folks.
Uh-oh, okay. I'll box with you.
Oh, jeez.
I'm good at boxing.
I don't want to die. Mostly what we're going to focus on here today, we're going to focus on the anatomy of the sword, which we pretty much just went through. We're going to focus on how to hold the sword. We're going to focus on the 4 primary stances, the 3 types of strikes, and the 4 types of stepping, or the 4 footworks, basically. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and go through the 4 stances. Your sword is going to be on your left shoulder. Like whichever shoulder your sword is at, your opposite foot needs to be forward. The crossguard needs to be above your eyebrows. And it's held back by your ear. Now, the reason for the orientation of the legs is when you step and strike, if your legs were reversed, you step and strike and, oh crap, that's my leg.
Right.
As opposed to, hey, I'm good now. The next stance is ox. As a matter of fact, the harder you grip it, the more likely it is to fall out of your hand.
Oh yeah? Okay.
So yeah, like literally, hold it like this for me.
Right. I was trying not to hold it so tight because I was expecting you to do that.
So
I could see how, like, yeah, when you.
And did you see how lazy my movement was?
Right.
If I'm actually trying and like stepping through,
right.
I could break someone's wrist if they're holding the sword too tight.
Okay.
Next one is plow. Basically, your pommel kind of
Off to the side.
in your pocket. The blade itself is going to cross to you, and your tip again is going to be pointed at your opponent, typically right at their eyes. And then finally, alber or fool's guard. Straight in front of you.
Straight in front of me.
Straight in front of you. It looks like I'm wide the hell open, doesn't it?
Right.
Until I dive into something else. There's a lot of stuff you can do from there that an inexperienced fighter wouldn't necessarily know about. Because it looks like my head is wide open, and they'll tend to go for my head.
Right.
Which usually ends badly for them.
Yeah, like, so you're down here, and then they're just come swinging at you, and just try to do that, and you just, yeah.
So normally what I do, like, go ahead and swing, like,
Okay.
all the way
Right.
out of the way,
Right.
and then dive in. Because I've got that.
It's like a chess move. It's like whatever your opening move is. It's
It
like
is.
you're kind of like.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
So that's actually a really good way to think about it as far as the openings. So when you're holding ox, I'm not open up here. You can strike up here, and all you're going to hit is sword.
Right.
But I'm open over here. Plow, I'm kind of open up top.
Right.
Kind of open over here, but not really. Like, I'm decently defended, you know? Tog, I'm open all the way over here, but how the hell are you going to get past that swing?
Right.
Is the 3 types of strike. Oberhau, Mittelhau, Unterhau. Literally, overcut, middle cut, undercut.
Okay.
An Oberhau is any cut that descends. A Mittelhau is any cut that traverses the horizontal. Now, this one's very specific, because a Mittelhau can be up top, can be down below.
As long as it's going
As
horizontal.
long as it's traveling that horizontal plane, it's a Mittel. And Unter is any cut that ascends, that comes up. You can do an Unterhau from a high guard. You can do those cuts from pretty much any of the guards.
I've seen Utra do it.
Talk to Amanda. She's a huge fan. The last thing I'm going to teach you today is the 4 types of step. So for this, we don't actually need the swords. Footwork is categorically the most important part of sword fighting. You can have amazingly fast reflexes.
Right.
You can have perfect placement, perfect edge alignment. If your footwork is shit, you're a shit fighter. The first step we call the passing step. We're in that same knees bent, shoulder length apart. We want our weight to be evenly balanced. We want to be able to go back and forward just as easily either way. Passing step literally is just one foot passing before the other. It's called passing step because this foot is passing the other.
Okay.
So you want to make sure you're always stepping the way you're heading. And you also don't want your knee to go further than your heel. Sometimes you can get a little bit further, never past your toes. The second one is the exchange step. The exchange step is where you want to switch sides, but you don't want to change the range. Bring them together and back. That's it. Together and back. The third one is the gathering step. Y'all have seen this in fencing. It's literally together. We're going to go with the passing step first. So the reason you want it to come in front of you is so if someone strikes at you while you're stepping. Clang, clang.
It would be the same when you're taking a step back too, I would imagine.
Oh yeah.
So if you're like this.
So all of these steps go backwards and forwards.
Right. Thank you so much for joining us on Life of Thuy. If you had fun, please like, share the video, and please subscribe to the Life of Thuy. Thank you so much for Jason and Amanda for your time and instruction, and for just inviting us here.
Not a problem, not a problem.
Where can we find more information about your organization, about your club?
Well, steelringacademy.com has all of our information. We are also on Facebook and Instagram. You can check out all of our reels. We've got some really awesome sword fighting clips on there.
We meet every Tuesday, 6:30 to 8:30 at Bethel Church in Bradenton, and we meet every Saturday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. at CrossFit Havoc also in Bradenton.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. See you next time. Destiny is all.